Hello Eagles fans and welcome to Eagles Insider. It's the last game at Domain Stadium. It's the Eagles versus the Crows. Everything's on the line. Finals potentially for our boys as I welcome Stephen Bandy and Andrew Wembley. Huge game, mate. Plenty on the line.
Absolutely, and West Coast will know their situation prior to the start of the game. So fingers crossed other results go their way over the weekend and they're still in finals contention. Matt Priddis and Sam Mitchell, hopefully it's not their last game, but if it is, well, just two absolute warriors and two champions, and I'm sure they'll be very proud of what they've been able to achieve.
And as we said, last game at Domain, a bit of a tearjerker for the fans. A lot of memories there, plenty going on to notify the situation.
Tons going on. We got the pre-game lap of honour with a few Eagles and WA footy legends. How's some of these names? Glass, Jakovich, Glenn Denning, Judd, Kemp, even Andrew Embley. Geez, I don't know how the club afforded him to go around the little car, but we've forked out the cash and got him. Not to mention recently retired Eagle Sam Butler, who won't get a farewell game, unfortunately, with his shoulder surgery. So he is really looking forward to getting out there and saying thank you to the fans. Souvenirs at the gates. You've got a 360-degree photo of all the fans where you'll be able to see yourself. That's a cool memento. It's going to be Aussie's last flight around Subi as well. And then post-game, you've got the live concert with Ross Wilson punching out Eagle Rock about 10 times, and you'll get up for every one of those too. So, the last ever kick to kick on Domain Stadium as well. Don't forget that. Bring your footies and have a good time.
Yep, absolutely. There is one more game to go. Let's look at the team changes.
Rightio, we've got 4 ins for the West Coast Eagles at the moment. Mark Lacroix comes into the 25-man squad after missing with a hamstring injury. Will Schofield, Jackson Nelson and Jake Waterman named for perhaps his first game. Josh Hill, the only omission at this stage. What's going on in Adelaide land?
3 ins so far for Adelaide: Hardigan, Seedsman and Malira. No outs, but I wouldn't expect Adelaide to be making too many changes at the moment.
Yep, they're going pretty well. Teams will know this afternoon. The Crows are on top. I'm sure it's for a reason. What do they do well, Wack?
They win the footy around the contest. They've been really good in that particular area this year, winning contested possessions. Also, their pressure around the contest is really good too. They are a high inside 50 entry team, and with their forward line, arguably the most potent forward line in the competition. If they win that supply battle, it puts your defenders under an enormous amount of pump. So they've been terrific all year.
Yeah, and their ball movement's elite as well. Last time we played them, it was away, cost them a top 4 spot, got over the line. Anything we can learn from that one?
Yeah, bring back Jonathan Giles. Gee, wasn't he great last year in round 23? Magnificent. Don't forget Tom Barris. Remember, he was NAB Rising Star in that game as well. JK booted 5. I think you're going to need a pretty similar performance from the big fella, the current Coleman medal leader, to get over this massive hurdle that is the Crows. But our pressure was immense. We won the supply battle, more inside 50s. The contested ball numbers, we were up as well. But have a look at our midfield numbers from that last game. Pritter, 33. Gaff, a lazy 41. Shuey, 31. Sheed, 30. I mean, Adelaide's midfield have been on fire this year. Both Crouch brothers really getting a lot of the footy. Sloane missed that game, you remember, that vicious punch on Brad Ebert. So Adelaide's midfield are up and about. To replicate those numbers, it's going to be a massive challenge, but one the Eagles have to rise to play some finals footy.
Being a Sunday game, they're going to know the big one from Adelaide's point of view is Geelong versus GWS. If the Cats win that, Adelaide can't lose top spot. What's to play for them? I mean, it might work into the Eagles' favour if they come in. Would they be taking the foot off the pedal with one eye on 2 weeks' time?
Definitely won't be. No, Adelaide are a really professional outfit, and they'll remember, we spoke about it before, the back of their minds, what happened in the last game last year. West Coast going over to Adelaide and actually knocking them off and really did derail Adelaide's final series. So they have to come out, they have to play well, they have to set themselves up for a big final series, and I expect Adelaide to be at their absolute best. There's
too long, isn't there, with the bye? There's too long to have one eye on it and not focus fully on it. Last week, too much. There was a lot in the line last week and showed plenty. Didn't quite get there, but I think the way they played, they'd be happy, West Coast.
I agree. I think there's some really positive signs to come out of the way that they really took on GWS. Now, at the moment, I think GWS are probably travelling as good as any team in the competition, one of the premiership favourites. So to be able to match it with GWS for as long as they did in the end, they weren't able to get the job done, but certainly some good signs from the way they actually played.
Jay Waterman certainly raised my eyebrows yesterday, a little bit out of the blue, but regardless of whether he plays or not, we'll know later on today, the turnaround on his season from earlier on in the year is remarkable.
Yeah, unbelievable form. To be even considered in the 22 and 25 is a massive step in his development. So he's only played 6 games this year, 3 resis and 3 league in the waffle. In his last 3 league games, he's averaged 16 touches, 7 grabs and over 2 goals a game. So really showed a bit of promise there. Missed a lot of time in the early season with that foot fracture, so that's derailed him a little bit. Great size at 190 centimetre and great pedigree, as we all know. But it's a shame we haven't seen more of him and the likes of your Daniel Venables and your Rioli. I mean, Venables was told the week of the last training he was about to debut. and then injured himself on the track. Really heartbreaking stuff for him. And Rioli, we've seen what he can do at WAFL level. I have no doubt if he stayed fit in the pre-season and this year, he would play some footy. So very exciting for 2018. Just a shame these boys haven't got more game time this season.
Absolutely. Something to look forward to for round one next year. JK, amazing that he's in front of the Coleman medal race. How can the Eagles get less Kennedy-centric? Simo's touched on it a bit this week about doing that. How can they do that?
Well, the simple answer is don't. Just keep kicking the ball to JK. He's that good, you know what I mean? He's just marking everything at the moment. But I understand what you're saying. Obviously, Adelaide would put a lot of time into actually stopping JK. He's their number one target when they go inside forward 50. But it's about working together as forwards, lowering your eyes. And if JK is not the best option, then there's other guys in that forward line that present and can kick goals.
Does Talia go to him after his ankle injury under a cloud? Would you send someone else to him?
Potentially, but I think they'll back in their defence, as you talked about, and their pressure to get dirty ball in to not allow him to get anything clean in the lead. So, but we'll see. Eagles, what's it like? You would have been in the position before, I'm sure. Mental state, knowing you can make it. I'm sure there's obvious with that one. But what about when you can't make it? What is there to get out of it?
I won't lie. West Coast will be fully aware at the start of the game where they're at now. If finals is a possibility, then they will be up and about and they'll be ready to really attack the game. But if finals is out of the contention, they will be down, they'll be flat, the coaching staff will be flat. They'll do everything they can to get up for the game, but it just won't be the same.
We'll see. Boys, thank you very much. Can't wait for the football on Sunday. It's going to be an emotional day, plenty to look forward to. Thank you very much to ECU Broadcasting for making this all possible. It's the Eagles against the Crows. Finals on the line. We'll see you on Sunday.